Crown Heights is the jewel, the crown jewel of Oceanside's crown. I worked here last year, starting from January to December of 2012. I found that Crown Heights was a community full of history, rich in tradition, culturally just beautiful. Some of the biggest challenges that Crown Heights faces are the problems of breaking out of stereotypes. I think sometimes it would be easy to say, okay, this is how it was years ago, so it must still be that way. And that's not necessarily the case. Talking about a community where they feel like the community isn't necessarily helping themselves, I can tell you firsthand, I know that the officer who's currently working this beat knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you walk a beat, you get to know the folks. And I can tell you that they do care about the community here. You'll know that if you walk through the streets. You know that because you see people sprucing up the front of their house, or they're sweeping up, or they're raking up. The people that live here, their challenges are no different than maybe your community or mine. I would tell you that the few things that people have read in the newspaper, clearly tragic, a lot of sadness. However, I don't know that those things are always focused necessarily in any other community. And many times when we have an event that happens maybe in this community or another community that might be social economically a little poorer, it becomes that's the defining moment of that community, and I don't think that's fair. You got a mom and dad who are working stiffs, kind of doing their thing, just decent, hard-working people. They want to raise their kids, want to live the American dream like anyone else. And I see every day when I'm working the streets and I'm out here on foot working in the beat, I meet people, mom and dad, who love their children, work hard. There's a functioning family unit, and that goes on everywhere in this community. But clearly, having more volunteers, having the resources and time for those kids that while mom and dad are working, we have a place for the kid to go to after he gets out of school. I was a latchkey kid too, so it was very important for us to have someone else. And I'm not here, I'd be foolish to say that I'm here where I'm at if it weren't for other people who reached out and made a positive influence, whether it be I'm going to volunteer to coach the Little League, I'm going to volunteer to maybe help out this family. I think that's what sustains us. I think that's what makes Oceanside great, because we live in such a great city. They have a festival they have every year, and one of the neat things is they have what's called ballet folkloric dancers. Just beautiful. If you've never gone, you need to. They block off the whole neighborhood. It's a really fun block party. I know the community really looks forward to it. And of course, a lot of the little kids you saw over here earlier love it. That's usually in the fall. I could be wrong, and sometimes it's based upon funding when they have availability over here, but most of that information, a lot of times it's sponsored by the North County Lifeline over here at the Americanization Building, and that through the City Recs Department, and they coordinate these festivals. One of the events that they had, and they invited me to, because I became part of the community, was the Christmas Posada. And if you've never been to one of those, and it's a Christmas celebration of the birth of Christ, and they actually had it right here in the Americanization Building. And I felt kind of special to think that they included me in that, and we shared a meal, and it was just a very moving experience. I remember telling my wife, I don't know that I've had a better Christmas than sitting down and enjoying and speaking, breaking bread, if you will, with the community people as a member of the community. And I think, again, it puts a human face on the police department. It was a win for us. It was a win for them. And I know I left away with it with a good, positive experience. The reality is there's good people, and they're supportive. They're supportive of the police. We're supportive of them. And I think I would be comfortable to say that the chief, Frank McCoy, is supportive of our efforts out here. He's supportive of the community. We're going to continue to remain actively involved in the community. What they need to know is that I'm Matt Lyons, and I care about the community. And if this is my beat, then they're my people. And that means I'm here to protect them, to provide them resources so they can go out and live their life.